lucky, but I told myself I just can't be embarrassed. I kept writing till the whole end turned out to be cold red. Fast forward to my current girl, she a good girl that I knew would work, but I gotta split cause I love this shit way more than I do her. Let's go. Maybe I should go country. I know a lot of people hate me now, but I work hard for who love me. People all around the world say they miss the old me and they judge me. That could turn anybody bitter, but I still somehow feel lucky. 25, but I'm 10 years in it. Man, I used to want to hide that. Now I like that. I can deal with it. They say I could be bigger if I had good marketing.
Right.
I don't, though. I'm big enough to do the Europe tour. Not enough to do the globe.
I think. Let me just double check audio. Double check audio because audio has been the bane of my existence. But microphone's checking. PS audio is checking. We don't have a Bubba today. Unfortunately, he is already in bed with my lady. And that's what it is. But we are back in for a bit of. Let me just make sure everything is checking. Yeah, for some reason. Output to Switch is a little messed up, but that's okay. We're just gonna stream to YouTube for now. We're gonna turn off this guy. And we'll turn off this guy. That's fine. No problem. Alright. Twitch, I will sort it out. Alright. Sorry, Twitch, but eventually it will be sorted. I promise. But YouTube for today. For tonight, it's not a serious stream. I just want to play a little bit of Madden, trying to get to that Super Bowl. We did have some interesting storylines stuff come up, so we're gonna watch that real quick, and then we'll see where it goes from there. All right, let's get into the game.
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game.
Seam sit in the middle. Okay. Alright. And he's saying chunk plays for the runs. Targeting their linebackers. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna trust my staff. I didn't do enough research, so I can't say, but I'm gonna trust them. Okay, so we have a temporary boost to short running for the receivers. Let's go. Ooh, Dawson Knox calling it out. He's calling his own number. I'm in with that. I like it. Go Bills, go this year. I just watched my Jays get destroyed by the Rockies. It was rough. Oh, it was rough. My Jays look good this year, but oh man, that hurt. That hurt. It's all good. We'll see. I got some players to upgrade, but I'm gonna skip that because we'll do it after the game. We'll get more. I am here to play, so I'm gonna play the full game. All right. Let's watch this intro. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, no snow in the forecast, but the wind, boy, it's whipping off of Lake Erie and into Highmark Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the Jets sideline, there you see head coach Aaron Glenn. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. And we are underway in Buffalo. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Yeah, this is the last game of the season, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen off the play fake. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Get that, and we get more over the top.
Allen going to throw.
Yep.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Elijah Moore, his 19th touchdown now in the season. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
All the way left, like they're fully left angled.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fully left angle down. For me, it's all about trying to get.
He'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fields now to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
They did just sweep the series against the A's last week, so, or like last series, or yesterday. Tonight was a rough one. It was a hard one to swallow, that's for sure. It was a
3rd and 19.
Come out hot after last year. Yeah.
Here's Fields. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Now he's free to midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Here we go. 16 yards.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Fields. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That was a highlight on Rosso, who was...
So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Stats and then trade him at the end of the season. So
now it's Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
I wasn't recording, but I blocked him.
He's got the leg, but it's no good.
Man, they're going to get the penalty.
But there is a flag down.
I blocked him in the last game, and then I wasn't recording, and I wish I had it. But.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and goal, Jets.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 7-yard line.
They're pushing us.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Oh, they get to the football.
See? Told you. It's hard to time because you can't hit the kicker at all. Like if you touch him.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD, and you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on theirs. He's got it with the 15.
I know nobody.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
That's exactly what I figured.
After 1, 7-0 on
just
EA
waiting
Sports.
for the safety to pull out to the left. And as soon as the safety pulled out to the left, I knew I had Knox on the inside. He's going to catch it all day. Oh, crush him. Yeah, this is all my misses. I don't need to see this.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run forward with Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Pass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Inside that.
One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jets offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away.
Nope.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
There it is. Money.
Open man downfield. It's Palmer. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
That's cool.
Josh Palmer, 73 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
I knew
Great work, partner.
that safety had to split
I'm going to add another word if you don't
3
mind.
guys on the left side.
No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
So you want to attack the guy that's the slowest, right? So like the linebackers can be
21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work.
Because I knew
one of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown.
Not even close.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
I shot that like a... Oh, wow. Interesting.
And this return
I just tapped that one.
Belted at the end of that one. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Okay, so they run back with protection here.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Paul again. And the running lane's not non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, that was mine.
I
messed it up. I think it was across
and
the
they'll get it
line.
all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hall again on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Pulling up a bit there on that one to.
Here's third and 9.
I'm rushing now.
To throw is Fields. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
X Factor that time.
Here we go.
Best through this line so quick.
Fields. And a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, when you're disengaged, that was one thing.
It's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
We're going to play a little bit of an.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You need a couple outlets. But we do have Shakir over the top. I'm going to take Davis.
Here's Allen. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
We're going to see the cornerbacks pull back and the
safeties
safeties too far
those types
away.
of numbers.
Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
We got Davis on the sideline, and we got Shakir. But I want Shakir to go the other way. We're going to do out route.
And again, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
I don't really think he did, but that's good. So let's do Palmer on a slant coming across the middle and take Moore on a post. So he's a little over the top. Let's hear the safety plays.
Throwing now is Allen.
Yep. Safety played him.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Safety played the low guy. Throw over top.
Touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year.
Stuck.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Watch his total.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Yeah.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
Josh Allen.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Yes, I want it in the end zone, but there's barely.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it
A little
away.
before full max. That's, okay, well, that's not bad. Missed that hit, though.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You get those two.
The Jets going to take
two
over
right
now
side
late in this first half.
pursuers.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Out of the gun, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down.
That's my bad. They go
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew
that's
that flag was
one of the
coming.
things
Yeah, offside,
is like,
easy
while
call,
you're holding
mark
this,
off the
you can't
5
cross the line.
and keep it moving.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one.
Doing it in the second.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. The Steelers at home to take on the Ravens in the AFC North. And here's a guy who had some of the best years of his career as a Texan, DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. a 43-yard touchdown. The Ravens are in as the division champs. They finish off the regular season in style. Next up, it's the rematch of last year's NFC title game. Commanders-Eagles from the Link in Philly. And this is Jalen Hurts. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Eagles will be the #1 seed in the playoffs. They finish off the regular season with the victory. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. And it's the second-year signal caller, Caleb Williams. He pulls it, and now he's thinking first down. Now he's thinking touchdown. 31 yards on the scramble for the score. This one, a low-scoring game to wrap up the year, all tied at the break. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, we've been working these boys, not gonna lie. But hitting the gritty, hit the stadium shot, let's go. I don't need to record all of this. That's all right. We got some stuff to look at. But let's just play. Let's play.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. Working to put a drive together.
At their own 23-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Oh, I just missed him.
They're going to get him as he goes down.
Just missed him.
And Oliver getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That's fine.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap, Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And Oliver in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
They gave him
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
How is that not a safety? Hold on a second. Can I challenge the play? Yeah.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Safety. I don't care what anyone says. Wow, they actually...
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And now we've got whistles. I think we had a defender too eager to go for the block. Mark off the 5 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
All right, so I see more pushing in. I want more going corner on the out route.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
They're taking double. I just let him get away.
23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
So that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
I want your slant. No? Okay. Can't change it. It's fine.
On play action, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shakir's going to beat him one-on-one right here on the left. Right here on the left, Shakir's going to beat him one-on-one.
Allen.
Inside. Yep.
Told you. Touchdown.
Told you.
Buffalo.
Told you, bitch.
Khalil Shakir, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills open the lead up to 34-0. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch.
Okay, so I think as long as you don't hit the red,
and he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Throw left side to Reynolds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now it's Taylor. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Holding the button. Turns out I wasn't. That's fine.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme.
Okay, I see it. I see it. I'm gonna fix it. So let me finish this game and then I'll fix it.
Against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Allen off the bootleg. It's caught by Davis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
We got Shakir here, but Moore is going to be my go-to. And then watch this strong safety. If he plays Knox, then we're going over top of Moore. Otherwise, we're playing top.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. That's caught inside the 20.
The safety played
Home for a Bills touchdown.
Knox.
Elijah Moore, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Bills.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now Taylor. Under pressure, they got him again. That's had multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now it's Taylor. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And this will be taken at the 13. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hit that gritty. Hit that gritty. Let's go.
Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
All right, I'm going to end this stream after this and then reset. Just to make
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
56.
I'm going to catch Palmer coming across the middle here. Watch.
Allen off the play fake. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
I'm going to finish this season. We have to. That was like, I was learning. I understand that.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
I tapped it before, but it went in.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because
and the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Looking to throw. Taylor hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
They'll probably will. There'll probably be a challenge here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And let's catch Knox on the outside. Or more. Depending on what the linebacker
Here's
does.
Allen following the fumble recovery. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
On third down, Davis. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
At the 3-yard line. A gain of 5 yards.
They'll run with Davis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ray Davis with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Let's go. That's the kick I want.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
To throw is Taylor. Pressure comes and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Did I get that?
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This might be a I was trying to look for Solstice.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Copacetic, but it's not so bad. I'm going to send Knox on a slant.
Alert! What's that?
On play action, Allen. And his throw is incomplete. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's Allen to throw it. That is complete downfield to Knox. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Joey Bosa in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
We have Palmer over the top.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We're going to hit Davis. We're going to hit Davis on a post route. Going deep. Ready? No one's going to see it coming.
Now Allen.
Oh, he stopped. Why did he stop?
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 29. And the Bills, 1st down.
Catch here across.
1st and 10 at the 29.
To throw, it's Allen. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
We got the win.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way to throw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people